40 or close to it. And his daughter Alicia is showing a little bit of interest in horses. In fact, she's joined a club up in Whangarei and is riding horses and learning. My father was interested in horses and racing, and I am, so perhaps that's where she's getting a little bit of this from. Janice's mother Olive was also an accomplished horse rider. But once again, this is laser beam and not worth a feed. Avondale races this time. I certainly persevered with this one for nothing. Just a bit too far away to see where we all are. As I say, the zoom in these days on these cameras weren't that strong. In the middle of the bunch, here comes the proud owner and his trainer. Here we are at Ellerslie, laser beam. This is a trial at the Yarrowa. And this is him in front. I thought we had a horse. But the rest were just hurdle. No, I'm sorry, this is Keyhaven. A little mixed up there. No, it's not.
It's Ian Metcalf.
That's Keyhaven, I think. It's hard to remember. I thought this was Laserbeam. We'll find out in a minute. This is a new trainer we had with Ian Metcalf, an ex-jockey. That was his son David who rode it. No, this is Keyhaven. This is Gold Realm. We put him over hurdles in the twilight of his career, but I couldn't stand it. Didn't want to break a bone or anything, so I retired him and gave him away to a farming friend of Janice's down in Gisborne.
Katrina Jane Williams, born May the 19th, 1975, at another holiday house at Manly, where she's enjoying the outdoor bath.
Beautiful body. Brother Ian's come in for a bit of a helping hand. Centre of attention, as she always is and was.
Well, wouldn't you be with three big brothers? There's always somebody to entertain her. christening day. That christening gown will be 100 years old next year.
2006.
It was made by Janice's grandmother, Nana Glasgow, hand stitched for her 4 children. So Janice's mother wore it, and then Janice wore it, and her brothers, and then the 4 Williams children. It's been lent to other people and has lasted the years very well.
The suit of the day.
Now it's Daddy's turn. Pass the parcel.
A lot of fuss and bother on the christening. The stage still living in 33 Edmund Street, Marama. Coming in for the christening. There's the cake.
Nana Richie made the cake. Katrina says that's much better. How did all that clobber?
Believe it or not, this is the first steps Katrina ever took. She was getting so close to it the night before. She was so close. And we felt that we would put the camera on because she was so close. And believe it or not, I was very thrilled to be able to take and record forever the memory of her taking her first steps. That's the first one. She's puckering her mouth like that. That's the way we used to give her kisses. By puckering the mouth with the lips. Give us a kiss, give us a kiss. It's not very often that you can record something like your first steps. bit wobbly, but nevertheless, she made it. This is a little bit later on, of course, because you can see that she's quite got the knack of walking. No, don't want the doll. Athletics.
Glover Park.
We're in unison here. First of all, we have Ian. In the black. Here we have Marianne Mills, our Marianne. In the middle there with the V, 175. Here we have Jeff.
These athletic evenings were every Tuesday, and they had a handicap race and a scratch race, didn't they, every week.
Hasn't changed even today, it's exactly the same. There's our Marianne again. Ian. There's Janice and Colleen. Serious conversation. This is Marianne in the relay race. See the little in her hand, she's got the stick, she's the last runner. And this girl here on the inside just about catches her up. This is Jeff, Ian rather.
Oops, someone's a bit in the dust.
Oh, Ian at this stage of his development, his legs weren't big enough, tall enough. There he goes. Now we go back to the star here. He wants to see how we finish. Ian again. Jeff doing his best. Those two boys were quick runners on the outside of him.
Colpin boys, weren't they?
The Colpin boys. Here we are, 33 Edmund Street. Back up at Manly again. This time I just bought a brand new, one of the very few brand new cars I ever bought was a Valiant, Chrysler Valiant. Ranger. Valiant Ranger. But that's all the fishing rods ready to go down the Wade River. Up at Manly. This is what we caught. Not bad size. Perhaps we should have thrown them back.
Oh, the sprat.
But still,
The sprats.
sprats. Just the old common sprat. Five of them, was there? Six. Going up to Manly, as you boys will remember, there was always the Wade Wharf. There were catch there. There was quite a lot of fish there in those days. It was a new game that came out.
It's still around. In the evening you could hear these tennis balls being hit all over the peninsula, couldn't you?
Fraser had a bit of a difficulty with it, and of course Ian being a little bit older and more mature, old Fraser had a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he would have been about 2, 3 there, 3.
Still, it kept them amused for many hours.
Note the trike in the background. We used to take a trailer with all the toys. The trikes, the trolleys, no, I don't think the trolleys, but the trikes, the scooters, all the gear.
In those days, most people had trailers. But not only that, we would go up there, as Jenna said, for 6 weeks. Every Christmas we would hire a house on or close to the beach. I bought a boat at a party one night and called the Lorelei. 360 horsepower motor in it, jet ski boat. So this is what we did for all the kids, life jackets on them, and had the boogie board, and we were tied on, and this was their first experiences of water skiing.
This is Chris Green, Paul's godson. That's Jeff, that last one.
I think this is Robert Mason.
It is.
Chap worked for me, Jim Mason, and a checker, which we're coming to soon. They had 3 children, and they would come down and spend some time with us.
And that's their second son, Ian Mason.
He was actually a very, very good soccer player, played for Auckland.
And an excellent tennis player.
And a very good tennis player, this boy. He's ended up a very, very successful accountant. Not only owns a place in Devonport, but he also owns a place in Noosa.
That's Annette.
That's his sister, Annette. But as you can see, the Manly Beach was such a safe beach to grow up with kids on. This is Jim, the fellow that worked with me.
So clever, Jim. The summers seemed much longer then, didn't they?
They did indeed. Here's the Lorelei doing a few turns for you, just to show you the speed of this boat. 360 horsepower. It was a jet ski boat. Pretty sleek. Still at Manly, again, still at Christmas. This was a motor scooter that somebody had.
Fraser was pretty good on that blue bike, wasn't he? Better on the asphalt drive than the grass verge, though.
Norm Green, lifelong friend of Paul's.
And Ian.
Ian having a turn. There's the crew in the boat. at this stage now he's stood up. Here comes our Jeff. He's away. Well, Jeff's hanging on for dear life. And they were good days, good times. This is down at Lake Tarawera.
One of the winter holidays.
Still had the rusty Ranger.
We stayed in a motel with a lovely heated swimming pool.
This is Rotorua.
And Katrina was a baby, and it was good to have this because we couldn't go too far with a brand new baby.
Been a few times to Rotorua in the August holidays. The South Pacific is still there today as you drive into Rotorua on the right hand side by the hospital. Hasn't changed a bit since these years. But the boys certainly like the pool here, lovely hot pool. It's probably one of the reasons why we went there a few times. I asked Fraser to give me a wave. This is what I get. That's it. I got more than what I thought I was going to get there. Yep. Got a bit in the eye. And of course you can't go to Rotorua without going on Little Toot. Kaikoura Park, is it? Kaikoura?
No, Kurau Park.
Kurau Park. This little miniature train's been probably going for about 60 years.
The next generation have been on it now. Alicia
Oh yes.
took it.
The engine driver in these things do it voluntary, just for the sake of loving trains. At the same place they've got these swans that are motorised.
This is Father's Morning at Mission Bay Kindergarten. Each year or each term they have a morning, well, they used to have a morning for fathers to go, because in those days it was always mothers that took children to kindergarten and met the teachers. course now times have changed, and fathers are often there as often as mothers, because mothers work out of the home.
But the sandpit was a very cosy little corner for Fraser. He liked the sandpit. And then when they said finish, they all had to pack up and put all the buckets and spades back in the shed. Packing up time. A real big thing at the kindy. Get everything back into the shed. Kindy lady that ran it. Teacher.
Miss Keppel.
Quite good days, that Mission Bay Kindergarten. Now this, believe it or not, is I came home one night from work and he was just about going to take off with it, and I felt, well, we'll get the first bit, and here he is having the first time he could ride a bike. It was a great little bike to learn on for balance. And he had the little curb and channeling there to push off. And he found it easier to do it there than that, because he couldn't get his other foot on. And there he is. He gets pretty efficient with it, but that's the first time he's ever rode a bike. And it was getting on to dusk, if I remember rightly. Here we are back up at Manly again. I know we're at a different place. This time we had If the Greens come and the Massons come again for a day or a weekend. Norm had a boat, Butterscotch, and there's Snoopy, which was the Massons boat. This was at Little Manly.
Not a successful holiday, this one.
Oh, it rained and rained and rained and rained, this one. Norm Green, my mate. Jim on the right. Still, everybody got on very well. But this particular Christmas that we're looking at now, here, it turned into a bit of a disaster with the rain.
And the water.
And the water got polluted.
And Katrina got her ear infection.
And Katrina got an ear infection at this stage.
Oh,
And the toilet reservoir overflowed. We had to get a man into. Oh, what a performance this one.
we ended up packing up and going home.
Early. It just rained and rained.
But we did get a bit of fishing in down at the Wade River.
And this was the spot that you kids like to go to. There's a bait catcher. Put bread in it and the fish would go in, of course, and be trapped. Not in a plastic chute. And they were the rage at that time. There we have Margaret Masson, Fraser,
Chris Green.
Chris Green, Jeff. And we've got one Ian, yep, one. They caught a few there this day, and Ian decides to tell us how many they caught. I said to him, how many have you caught? Very serious business. But at the end of the day, we will have a count, just to see. There's the bread that was the bait. Six. I think we get a bit more of a tally than that, I think. Here we go. How many, Ian? 10, 12, 34. A bit undecided there, but about a 15, I think. Annette Masson. There we're getting the final count. Thanks, Ann. 10,